In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 28, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Pelicans versus Indiana Pacers. In a highly anticipated and potentially explosive showdown, the New Orleans Pelicans are set to embark on a journey northward to confront the Indiana Pacers at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse on February 28. Occupying the 6th position in the Western Conference, the Pelicans, sporting a commendable record of 34 wins and 24 losses, are eager to fortify their standing in the playoff race. Their adversaries, the Indiana Pacers, currently hold the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference with a record of 33 wins and 26 losses. Beyond the conference standings, this clash is distinguished by the collision of 2 high-powered offenses, ensuring a captivating spectacle that is a must-watch for both fervent fans and astute bettors. Stay tuned as these formidable teams engage in what promises to be a tightly contested game. The New Orleans Pelicans have been enjoying a commendable streak, emerging victorious in 9 of their last 12 games. Their recent triumph was a resounding 115-92 road win against the New York Knicks. Eager to maintain their momentum, the Pelicans showcased an impressive performance, with Trey Murphy leading the charge, accumulating 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Brandon Ingram contributed 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Zion Williamson added 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Despite encountering a resilient Knicks team in the first half, the Pelicans managed to secure the win with a remarkable 41-point surge in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers have been in a favorable position, winning 6 of their last 9 games. However, they are aiming to rebound from a setback, having their 3-game win streak disrupted by a 130-122 loss to the Toronto Raptors. Benedict Mathurin spearheaded the Pacers' efforts with an impressive stat line of 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner also made significant contributions. Despite their valiant effort, the Pacers succumbed in the fourth quarter, conceding 40 points. Tyrese Halliburton faced challenges, scoring only 9 points on a challenging shooting night. The Pelicans may encounter challenges as C.J. McCollum might be unavailable, and the Pacers have already ruled out Aaron Nesmith and Doug McDermott. New Orleans has faced offensive struggles in 4 of their last 6 games, failing to reach 110 points in the majority. Although this might not pose a significant issue against the Pacers, who have a less stringent defense, the Pelicans need to find their offensive rhythm to keep pace. The game dynamics also factor in Indiana's home court advantage, the second half of a back-to-back for the Pelicans, and the potential absence of key players. Furthermore, the Pelicans' defense, allowing the second highest number of 3-pointers per game, could pose a challenge against the Pacers, who excel in 3-point shooting. Despite the Pelicans entering the game with winning momentum, their ability to contend with the Pacers, known for their up-tempo style, will be tested. While it might be tempting to favor the Pelicans with the points, the line is deemed just short enough to lean towards the Pacers, who are expected to handle business at home against a Pelicans team playing their second consecutive road game. So the Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Fatigue is anticipated to play a pivotal role in the Pelicans' performance, especially considering their Tuesday night game and travel. This weariness may weaken their defense, posing a significant challenge against the high-scoring Indiana Pacers. As the NBA's highest-scoring team, the Pacers have averaged an impressive 128 points in their last 4 games, and a similar output is expected in this encounter. The Pelicans, even if shorthanded, are likely to encounter minimal resistance from Indiana's defense, potentially reaching at least 110 points. The Pacers' defensive struggles are evident, having allowed more than 110 points in 8 consecutive games, with half of those opponents surpassing the 125-point mark. With the New Orleans Pelicans averaging 116 points per game and the Indiana Pacers leading the league with 124 points per game, the stage is set for an offensive showcase. Both teams exhibit efficiency from the field and beyond the arc, indicating a fast-paced game with a barrage of scoring opportunities. The defensive vulnerability vulnerabilities of the Pacers, allowing an average of 122 points per game, present an opportunity for the Pelicans to exploit these weaknesses and significantly contribute to the overall scoreboard. Considering the offensive prowess of both teams, the matchup between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Indiana Pacers is poised to be a high-scoring affair, surpassing the projected total. Thus, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Mavericks versus Toronto Raptors. The Dallas Mavericks find themselves in the midst of a challenging 4-game road trip, engaging in a back-to-back clash against the Toronto Raptors after recently facing the Indiana Pacers. Despite enjoying a remarkable 7-game winning streak, the Mavericks experienced a setback in their first game on this road expedition, which led to a drop from the 5th to the 7th spot in the Western Conference standings. The Western Conference playoff race is notably congested, making each game crucial for positioning. On the other side, the Raptors, with 3 consecutive victories, have improved their record to 22-36, although they still trail by 3 games for the final play-in spot in the Eastern Conference. As the Dallas Mavericks strive to rebound from their recent defeats, they face the challenge of preventing a 3rd consecutive loss after a narrow 121-119 road defeat against the Cleveland Cavaliers. In the latest outing, Luka Doncic showcased his brilliance by contributing 45 points, 9 rebounds, and 14 assists. Kyrie Irving also made a significant impact with 30 points, while PJ Washington added 11 points. Despite shooting 52% from the field and displaying control for most of the game, the Mavericks succumbed to a late surge by the Cavaliers, relinquishing a 7-point lead in the final minutes. In contrast, the Toronto Raptors are riding a wave of momentum, seeking their 4th straight victory after triumphing over the Indiana Pacers in a 130-122 road win. RJ Barrett led the charge with 24 points and 5 assists, complemented by Scottie Barnes' impressive triple-double of 21 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, and 5 blocks. The Raptors shot a commendable 55% from the field, demonstrating their efficiency and teamwork, particularly in the explosive 4th quarter where they scored 40 points. Following their 3rd consecutive win post-All-Star break against the Indiana Pacers, the Raptors head into a matchup against a Mavericks team navigating the challenges of a back-to-back scenario. Kyrie Irving, with 5 consecutive games exceeding the 25-point mark, has been a key contributor for the Mavericks. However, there is uncertainty regarding his availability for this game, as the team may opt to rest either Kyrie or Luka. The Mavericks are acknowledged as the superior team, yet factors such as recent loss and back-to-back scheduling might influence their performance. The Raptors, buoyed by 3 consecutive wins and the advantage of playing at home, present a formidable challenge. Notably, the Raptors comfortably defeated the Mavericks back in November. Considering the circumstances and the Raptors' recent form, favoring them as home underdogs appears reasonable. Therefore, the Toronto Raptors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In terms of pace, both the Mavericks and Raptors find themselves in the middle of the league heading into this inter-conference clash. The playing status of key players like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving for the Tuesday night game remains uncertain. The NBA's tendency to announce lineups just before tip-off adds an element of unpredictability. Given Dallas's past approach, it is reasonable to expect them to rest one of their star players. Considering these factors, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Memphis Grizzlies versus Minnesota Timberwolves. In the forthcoming Northern Showdown between the formidable Timberwolves and the struggling Memphis Grizzlies, the top-seeded Wolves are poised to defend their home turf at Target Center. The Grizzlies enter Minnesota after a disheartening defeat that put an end to the Brooklyn Nets losing streak, also marking Kevin Ollie's maiden coaching triumph in the NBA. Despite Lamar Stevens' commendable effort, contributing 17 points in just 23 minutes off the bench, it wasn't sufficient for the Grizzlies. Simultaneously, the Timberwolves, coming off a triumph against the 15th-ranked Spurs, are embroiled in a fierce battle with the Thunder for supremacy in the competitive Western Conference. The recent struggles of the Memphis Grizzlies have been evident, having lost 11 of their last 13 games overall. Eager to avoid a 3rd consecutive defeat, the Grizzlies suffered a lopsided 111-86 loss to the Nets. Lamar Stevens led the team with 17 points off the bench, supported by Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 15 points and Luke Kennard's 11 points. The team collectively shot a mere 38% from the field and struggled from beyond the arc, connecting on only 7 of 26 attempts. Their offensive woes were apparent from the outset, managing only 18 points in the first quarter and falling behind by double digits, eventually succumbing to a 30-point deficit. In contrast, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been in excellent form, winning 6 of their last 7 games overall. Their determination to maintain momentum was evident in a 114-105 home victory against the Spurs, with Anthony Edwards leading the team with 34 points and 5 assists. Naz Reid's impactful performance off the bench, contributing 22 points on efficient shooting, and Rudy Gobert's double-double with 13 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 blocks showcased the Timberwolves' well-rounded effort. Despite a late surge from the Spurs, the Timberwolves secured an early 24-point lead in the first half. The Grizzlies continue to face challenges with key players such as Ja Morant, Brandon Clark, and Desmond Bane still sidelined. On the other hand, the Timberwolves will be without the services of Kyle Anderson and Karl Anthony Towns. Despite being the more talented team, the Timberwolves face the challenge of back-to-back games and have displayed a tendency to let opposing teams linger. The Grizzlies, benefiting from rest and covering spreads with makeshift lineups, present an opportunity to capitalize on the point spread. Although the Timberwolves have recorded a 5-7 over-under record in their last 12 games, it's imperative to delve into the unique factors influencing this particular matchup. Defensive performances and injuries play a pivotal role in shaping game totals. An examination of the defensive capabilities of both teams and the impact of notable injuries provides valuable insights. Anticipating a solid performance from Minnesota, the expectation is not for an overwhelming scoring output. Despite aiming for 2 straightforward victories against the Spurs and Grizzlies, the likelihood of limited minutes for Edwards and Towns suggests a cautious approach, with the Timberwolves potentially expanding their rotation for back-to-back games, and the Grizzlies already relying on a deep rotation due to numerous injuries. A low-scoring affair is foreseeable. Minnesota's top-ranked defensive efficiency adds further credence to the expectation that they will restrict the Grizzlies below the 100-point mark. Additionally, the Timberwolves' relatively slow pace of play, ranked 24th in the league, points towards a game that unfolds at a measured tempo. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.